Hello, this recording is being made to help one of our Topaz Studio user groups with his saving problems. So he started with Lightroom. I'm using a Mac, but it's pretty much the same on a PC. So I just imported this raw image and we'll develop that and I'll get back to you. So now I have my basic Lightroom edits done. With a crop and some bringing down highlights, bringing up shadows, setting white and black points, getting rid of some sensor spots, a touch of sharpening, chromatic aberration, and lens correction done. Graduated filter to bring in some blue to the sky and some more clarity to the sky, and decreasing clarity in the foreground, adjusting a little HSL for the grass. And now I'm ready to take it into Topaz Studio, which, by the way, is not currently open. So when I want to use Lightroom as my host program going into Topaz Studio, I do not have it open initially. And then I go up to Photo, Edit in Topaz Studio, and it asks me here what to edit, and what I want to edit is a copy with the Lightroom adjustments, not the original and not a copy. I want to do it as a TIFF file, and I don't mind these settings. So when I click edit, it will make a copy of this and place a new little icon down here in our tray. So let's go ahead and say edit. And it opens Topaz Studio. So I always start out by duplicating my images just so this remains untouched, and in that way I have my non-destructive flow preserved. Of course, you can always go back and revert your original image, but this is just my habit. And so now we can take any adjustment we want to make, whether it's an adjustment or an effect on the other side. So if we take this one and let's say we do something monochromatic, like so, and let's click apply. And maybe we go back here, duplicate that again, and instead, this time around, we're going to go to an impression effect. With Saison 2, and click apply. Now I do need to decide which of these images I want to save back to Lightroom, because remember, it only made one copy. So I'm going to call this Lone Tree. Black and white. Say OK. I'm going to call this one Lone Tree Saison. Normally I would probably take out this shrubbery or treetop here to really simplify it, and I will do that later when I go for my real copy. But for now we're just making a movie, right? So again, I want to choose which one of these I'm going to preserve, and let's say it's this one. And you can notice on the bottom right, the save is not highlighted. It's grayed out. So if we say duplicate, now it's okay. And if we click save, and then we go back to Topaz Studio, excuse me, to Lightroom, and look at our library, we should see the original, and then the copy, and there it is. So that did it fine. If I go back to Topaz Studio and try to do that again with the lone tree, I will duplicate it. And now if I save, let's see what happens in Lightroom. So there's our original. There's the first one that we edited, and there's this. Now we don't see our Cezanne anymore. So that one place that's set for a return from Topaz Studio is only going to remember the last save that you did. So the alternative is to go in here and say, I'm going to save this file as Lone Tree Black and White. And let's say we're going to save it to our desktop so we can find it easily. And say save. Okay. And then find the Cezanne file, save as. And I am using TIFF because that does not truncate the information. It saves all the range of color and shades in your original image so that you can edit away without getting too choppy in your histogram and bunging things up. And now if I go back into Lightroom, I have to go to import, right? So let's import. And we have to say select the source. And we want our desktop. I'm going to uncheck all until we find our two images. And then import them. And given time, there they are. So we can make that larger. There's our black and white. And there's our Cezanne, both now in our library. And in this case, I didn't pay much attention to where I was importing them to. So remember when you import to also not only select the source, but the destination to which you want it to go. All right.